Hello and welcome to episode 20 of Operation Bonebox, our Delta Green game playing the Iconoclast campaign. This is session 20, as I said, and hopefully is our finale, assuming that everything goes to plan. That's for me as a handler, not for them as a players. Yes, I think I'll start by letting my players introduce themselves. Let's start with Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. Sorry, I am playing Agent Puck, who is actually works for Pisces, the UK equivalent of Delta Green. I am a occult specialist employed by Oxford University.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't have said, but it doesn't matter.
Nick.
I'm Nick. I play Agent Huron, one of our two special forces expats.
Yep. Marc.
Hello, I'm Marc. I'm playing Agent Sandman, who is Special Forces Green Beret and Army Rangers crossover.
B.
Hi, I'm B. I play Agent Hawk, who's an ICE federal agent.
Okay. Bruce.
I'm Bruce. I play Agent Jones, our combat archaeologist.
Soon to be proved, definitely combat archaeologist. Heavy on the combat.
Well, I'm part-time ritual caster.
Yes. And then lastly, Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. I play Agent Farmer, an ONI officer. I'd just like to say, no plan survives the contact of players.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Right. And sorry, I'm Andy and I'm the handler, in case that wasn't obvious. Right. So, you are currently back at your base in Kirkuk Air Base. You have gathered the elements of the tablets required to allow you to study the I think the full name is Calling Forth Those from Outside spell. And Agent Jones, you've been studying that and you haven't actually managed to learn it yet. But in learning it, you've come across various requirements in it, one of which is possibly a bit of a game breaker, or deal breaker, and that is that to cast the spell, it requires at least one, probably two human sacrifices, ideally considerable amount more. That's if you want to really build up the strength of the Father of War. So that's a little bit of a concern for you all. So last time you were planning on how you were going to combat the Father of War and had started to work on a plan, but I suspect that might change things a little. So do you want to start to work out what the revised plan is?
Okay, so the current plan, such as it is, was that we were going to go to a desert outpost, fortify it, and then cast the call from the outside firstly to bring the Father of War into close proximity, and then we're going to cast the I've forgotten the exact name.
Closing the breach.
Closing the breach spell, which will dismiss him back to whatever dimension he comes from. I've learned that spell, and so that's not a problem. Now, while the spell is being cast, it has to be cast within 370 cubits of the 370 meters, about 600 cubits.
720 cubits.
720 cubits of the Father of War. But while it's being cast, it's kind of stuck in place, but his minions aren't. So we were anticipating the trouble. However, this human sacrifice requirement in my view, leaves us with two alternatives. One, we try and lure him instead of summon him by presenting the possibility of something he really wants. Or secondly, we return to our observation post in the city and do it there whilst trying to fend off all his minions that are going to be pouring out of Nineveh and everywhere else, trying to prevent us from doing what we're doing. Those are our options, in my opinion. The second is probably more dependable from the point of view as we know we'll actually be able to get the spell off. Of course, we can try and lure him. If we try and lure him, he may not come. We may send somebody else. So that's how I see it. What do you guys think?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not going to be sacrificing anybody.
Yeah, that's
We've too many people have died for this thing already. So I think the easiest thing we've got to do, and with the timeline, we can't leave them to do anything longer. We simply go to the Oppo and then do it from there. From what I remember, it was quite a defensible site. Want to see what we can get in there.
Everyone in
help
McKinney
us.
is dead.
Oh, hello.
Sorry. My Discord disconnected and reconnected me.
Oh, okay.
I hope
No.
that hasn't messed with the camera layout or
No,
anything.
it hasn't. No, we're all
Nope.
fine.
So maybe we won't be like everybody in McKinney and actually survive this. If we actually, but we did get in there with vehicles beforehand, so we could load up some vehicles and take in some extra bang bang and extra armor.
I think that's a good idea. And also we could look at special forces and Peshmerga potential infiltration to support us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
The main aspect of supportive is they keep everyone busy, so they're not keeping. So we'll just have to contend with the Father of War's minions rather than them calling in the entire ISIL forces in the vicinity. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Probably arrange some ruckus to be roused.
Yep, good idea.
Okay, so hang on a sec.
A decent airstrike or two might be an option as well.
It may be a lot easier to organise that than trying to organise a ground attack to happen at a certain point,
Especially
at a certain time.
Especially since we don't have to have the airstrikes land near the ruins, because we want to draw people away from them.
Exactly. And obviously, we want to keep civilian casualties as low as possible, if not
then
zero.
Why do we want to drop anything over there? Surely the rumor that it's going to come would do the trick to get rid of people.
Do a psyop.
Putting out comms to say, hey, there's been a leak that there's going to be this attack at this time, and just let the locals know that probably should be clear of the area, maybe.
Just do a psyop. Yeah, that's not a bad shout
Yeah,
at all.
not
Although
bad
I
either.
would say maybe we could drop something on that infected colonel, the possessed colonel.
There's a lot of houses around there.
Isn't he in the ruins of Nineveh?
Yeah, I was
No,
going to say he'll probably
no,
be
he's
there.
not.
He's
Oh,
on
he's
the
not.
outs-
If you look at the map, he
Oh,
has
right. Yep.
he has stayed permanently, and
just there.
yeah, and his phone
Okay.
is still turned on. It's still Agent Farmer hacked it. It's still operating. He has not made one phone call, and he's had a couple of people try and phone him on it, but he's not answering. But you can hear him. You have heard him ignoring phone calls. It is an absolutely functioning listening device sitting in his office, plugged in and charging. He's not using it. And those of you with any signet skill, this is awful tradecraft. Yeah, he is an experienced ISIL officer, ISIL commander, would know not to do that. To keep his phone permanently on. By now, there are stories of the Americans' ability to use phone precision strike particular phone signals. So,
you
in
could drop
moving
a paveway
vehicles,
through the roof on that one, couldn't you?
Second, sorry.
Yeah.
You drop a paveway through the roof on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't even be that hard.
So there is something. I mean, you can hear him issuing. I mean, as you heard it once, we roleplay through it, but every night he sends out
What's the snatch squad?
snatch squads to grab more people, and they are taken eventually to the underground bit via the shaft, which is here. and that still goes on. And so he's still operating. He spends almost his entire time in the office, never leaves, doesn't do very much apart from organise these troops, these snatch squads and various other guard patrols and so on. And every so often you hear him having a one-sided conversation. And
Thought occurs to me.
do you
Oh,
remember?
go ahead.
Just say, do you remember there was that? There was a particular conversation immediately after.
Yeah, he was talking about seeds being spread, which if
Yeah.
that obsidian shard left that guy that we captured, my thought is that there is an obsidian shard in a lot of the people that he has now under his control. And
Yeah,
this is
thank you.
likely a way for him to spread himself to different countries as per the conversation he had.
Yeah. I mean, it's now the 16th of April. Khar and Pink died on the 12th of April.
A thought occurs that a potential extra layer to our diversionary plans. We know when these snatch squads go out. Theoretically, it's possible that I could arrange for some Peshmerga to infiltrate as locals and ambush said snatch squads and start a bit of a firefight. Have that much less dudes to deal with.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Might be yeah.
Well, that sort of thing I've got in mind. Yeah,
Is this a bit of a suicide mission for them, or they kind of don't particularly care?
I'm obviously not quite sure if it's not a suicide mission for us, but
Tommy gone pink on my screen.
Yeah, Tom, your colour of your screen is going. I don't know if you can see it. It's sort of it's going. Keeps changing colour.
Magenta.
I have no idea why.
You've got some weird colour filter on.
I thought he was just being on theme.
Yeah.
I thought he was
Yeah.
being possessed. Are you possessed?
Yeah.
I have no idea, to be honest.
It's gone various
Yeah,
other colours.
That's what somebody possessed would say.
Slowly
Yeah.
changing through the FPS.
Are you possessed? I don't know.
Right.
Are we possessed? I don't
Do you
know.
want me to
You tell
I'll
them.
tell you what, I'll restart the camera. Okay, see if that helps.
Yep, sure.
So I've no idea what.
Have you tried switching it off and then on again?
Top tech skills there.
Yes, I have now. No, it's still pink.
Oh,
Oh, you're not even showing up to us.
showing. Oh, hang on.
Yeah,
Still-
Oh,
Yeah,
still
no, it's
pink.
still pink.
well, you
Where's
think
the
it's
line?
better than
Now it's
not.
more of a purple.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a magenta. There you go. It's thinking. It's like seeing you in a dream.
Right.
Nightmare, maybe.
I have come to you now at the turning of the tide.
Right. Okay. What do you? Okay. So, infiltrating. I mean, infiltrating Peshmerga units to start a few running firefights is perfectly possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
The it's not a suicide mission. It is highly risky, and it would probably be best combined with some further attacks by Peshmerga troops to the north.
Yep.
Because that will draw a lot of ISIL troops into combat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that you can try and organise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Raise some ruckus.
Yes. What else would you like to do? It was the.
Well, we need to get back into the city as well.
Yep.
And obviously get back into our observation point, which I don't think was compromised, was it? At the end of it all?
No.
You're not sure. You don't think so. One guy died in the back of it, and he was shot at his.
Tom's gone.
Yeah. And
He's
his
taking your advice and rebooting his machine.
and the stone came out. The sliver of obsidian.
Yeah,
came
the
out of
obsidian
his
shard
stomach.
came out.
That was while we were running away, though, which we could.
Yeah, that's right. It was via pursuit, wasn't it? So that, and also there's no witness to that, is there? So we can treat it with a little bit of caution, but it should be all right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not sure if
Um,
it's super relevant, but do we think that the Father of War is able to communicate with anybody with a shard of obsidian inside of them? Because
Yeah, that's what I
if
was
this guy
thinking
is
about
not,
too.
yeah, if he's talking to himself and not through a phone, it's either psychically through his head
Yeah, that's a
or
good point.
he's controlling all the seeds and things. So
Mm.
we might need all of the people that he's infected to be able to get rid of him for good or etc. So we might need to do it
Well, I
where
wonder
his minions are.
I wonder if the banishment will actually call them all.
Might do, but that might, end up causing a lot of internal damage for some of them.
Oh
Yeah.
well, I
But then
mean,
again,
they're
We also
cultists.
don't know how the elder
Internal
sign is
damage
going
is
to.
just collateral. It's
I
acceptable.
We
feel
also
like
don't know
some
if
of
the
them
elder
were
sign is going to
forced into it,
affect
but
them.
okay.
Yeah.
Go on, Bruce.
Did we see the fact that an obsidian shard was held back by the elder sign?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
So
You
that's
did it,
you
wasn't it?
cast the
potential
elder
as well.
sign, and it
Yeah.
Yeah.
blocked the thing from attacking you.
So even if it is sort of controlling
I
them like
witnessed it in a previous life,
marionettes.
but I witnessed it.
So even if he's controlling them, through the shards, it may be that if we set up a big enough elder sign, it might give us a bit of time.
Right. So what's the order of operations then?
I would also like to pack along some claymore mines.
I think
Yep.
we'll need those. Have we got a stopper which has got elder sign back in the top of that amphora?
Yep.
Because
You've done-
otherwise,
Yes, you've done
yeah,
that.
we've done that, haven't we? So we're happy.
Do we
In
want
which
to bring the
case-
amphora?
Do we need to?
Well, it's if it's a lure.
No, well, it would be a
It's-
lure. I mean, that's the other plan, though. And we're talking about going to the OP. The lure would be to take the amphora to the what do you call it, and then fake a phone call to somebody. Say you were looking for an amphora. We found it.
Do you know if any of your
Pretend to be the
tablets
Russian.
mention? I mean, why don't we just straight up call the Russians in? We might be dealing with a third faction of gunfire on our tail, but I mean, if or
Well,
maybe we send them
actually,
to the what's his name? But
we
there might be
send them to the
information
wrong
we wanna leak.
location. Maybe get them embroiled in a firefight on the opposite side of town.
Maybe it's a good tool to use.
We know they're armed and that they're good at fighting, and they're in the area. That's a possibility for sure.
We did stand them up before, so I think that the
trust
likelihood
is
of them
gone.
the trust is gone.
What little there was to begin with.
Right.
Right, so we need to decide to choose a plan and then go and
Yeah.
enact that
Yeah.
plan.
And we could
Yep.
do with doing it
Yep.
fairly quick as players.
Right, I think we pack up ourselves and all a
Okay.
lot of claymores and extra ammunition into a couple of technicals, drive into back to our old OP, set ourselves up there, try and arrange some diversionary attacks from everybody in question that we can, so there's a bit of fighting going on outside town to draw maybe some forces out, and if we can get someone to keep a bit of a ruckus, and then carry out the fortify the OP as much as possible, get our operators into good sniping positions, maybe take a couple of extra people into with guns and go about it.
Bob's your uncle.
All right.
Does that roughly sum up the plan as we see it?
All I wanted to say to you there was breathe, breathe.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
I mean that sums it up pretty succinctly.
You have one
Yeah.
more Delta Green agent who's clearly combat focused. Agent Vanguard can come and join you. So that gives you
Yeah.
another person.
Yep.
Yep.
Agents Juliet and Stewart will stay at the base with
Might need
the
to.
amphora and also on all the comms and
Yep.
drone for
Mission
feed and
control.
stuff like that.
Fire
Yeah.
support.
Even though Farmer's capable of getting a feed of the drones as well,
Mhm.
you'll bluntly be doing more things than possibly wanted to look at that. Whereas they can.
We'll have other things occupying us.
Okay.
Presume that drone's got hellfires or other armaments to
Yes.
support us.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Right.
I know how I'll make my pitch to the Peshmerga as well.
What is that?
Well, because saying that we're going after, a cult and an eldritch being is probably not gonna fly too well. They'll think I've gone mad. But I can ask them to launch some diversionary tactics or diversionary attacks to cover a special forces raid against Ahmed al-Jabiri.
Okay.
To help decapitate the leadership to make the attack on
Right.
Mosul go that much more smoothly.
Okay. What is your what's it called? I can just look at. So your military science land is 50. Okay. Right. That is enough with that setup. What are you wanting to do? Are you wanting to do essentially? Are you wanting them to do actual raids on this map? And actually go and try and engage snatch squads, or do you want them to launch diversionary attacks probably somewhere off to the north of this map to try and draw ISIL forces away?
I think we'll stick with the drawing ISIL forces away. That's going to be an easier sell and is more vital. Like there's a lot of cultists, but there's a lot more ISIL and
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is arranged. Okay, to occur. Now it's currently the day of Saturday the 16th. It's going to take you a bit of time to get in place. When do you want those attacks to start? Do you want the it would be best if they were occurring at night. So are you happy with engaging the Father of War at night, or do you wish to want to try and engage him during the day?
Weaker in the day, but do we have do we have that time luxury or not?
Well, doesn't one of the rituals require it to be done at night?
That was the summoning one where.
Gotcha. Where there's
the closing breach doesn't need it. I don't believe.
I'm just going to check closing the breach. Chris, I think I gave you some specs of it. Did I?
Yeah, hold on.
It might be better to do it at night, even though he's more powerful, because he will also be more confident. And that very confidence could be the undoing.
But also, I think probably the same thing that makes American forces generally effective at night, i.e. their superior night vision equipment and things like that, would actually be a serious edge when we're dealing with the majority of the problems.
That
is
too.
Going to be.
Yep, that as well. I will be bringing the night vision goggles.
Guys, I'm going to have to drop off Discord at the minute. I've got somebody dialing to see if they can sort out my camera. Okay. So I'll see you in a sec.
Promise not to loot your body.
Loot him, quick.
Quick, take his pocket, someone.
Take his boots.
Take his laptop. Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid plan.
Okay. So do you want it to occur of the night of the 16th? Do you want it to go? No, you've got time to really get in place. Do you want to have it occur on the night of the 17th, the Sunday night? Essentially tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah, I think that would work.
Yeah,
if everyone else thinks that's appropriate timing.
Right. Okay. So my next question is, unfortunately, you don't have Agent Khar anymore. So who is going to be sort of posing as someone of importance to get you past security roadblocks and stuff like that?
Good call.
Me, probably.
Agent Huron, then.
Agent Huron. Oh, you've got okay.
I speak a little Chechen. I'm fluent in Arabic. Actually, I speak a decent amount of Chechen. I can pose as a Chechen, as one of the Chechen forces.
Okay. So let's cut a long story short here and just sort of narrate through this.
I also have a good persuade.
I've just seen what your persuade is, and it's to a level where does not require a dice roll with a 60 skill. You'll gear up. What weaponry are people taking is one key thing, because there might just be a bit of combat. Is anyone?
It might be.
Everything.
Right.
Bring
what personal weaponry Are you going in just a pair of technicals again, or do you want to go in some sort of armored Humvee like you had last time?
I think technicals will be fine. We're going to be outside of the vehicles, inside the building anyway. It's going to be better cover than the vehicles will be.
Okay, so what kind of weaponry are you wanting to take? All of you can take assault rifles, or more than that.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, we go load, but we might as well just take everything that we could possibly conceive that we could take sensibly. So, you know, we've talked about claymores, RPGs, AKs, anything that local ISIS forces might be conceivably loaded
Okay.
with.
It's
I would like
incredibly
to
tempting
take.
to take a
Oh,
Barrett.
go ahead.
Sorry.
It's
No,
incredibly tempting
that's
to take an M1 battle tank, but we can't probably fit it in the technical.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I would like to have an RPK light machine gun.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. Okay. So that's your primary weapon.
Yeah.
Agent Sandman, are you staying with your grenade launcher?
Yeah, grenade launcher, got the Dragonov, which actually Agent Jones was quite handy with, weren't you?
I am reasonably handy with firearms, but I don't know
Right.
if it crosses over into heavy weaponry. I don't know if it's a separate
No,
skill.
it's not. It's a sniper's rifle, but it's pretty darn accurate.
It's
But
a
yeah,
solid
I think
marksman's rifle.
the AKM and underslung grenade launcher,
Okay.
Yep.
plus plenty of explosives, so we can set depths for the nearby buildings. Because I remember our OP was
Yeah.
not particularly well populated nearby, so we can set up
No.
a few boobies.
Yep. Definitely. Okay.
Indeed, we can.
The other three
Now,
of
just
you.
remember,
or-
as we're fighting for our lives, we need to be very careful of the archaeological fidelity that we need to
I'll
bond.
aim-
So
Indeed.
don't shoot any of the
The
stone work
bones
by
have
accident.
gone, Doctor. The bones are gone.
right. The other three of you. What weaponry do you want to take?
I'm just going to take a pistol.
Got an AK-47 and a Makarov,
Okay. Agent Jones.
and 2 smoke grenades.
Yeah, probably AK and RPG with a couple of spare rounds. Projectiles.
RPG 7. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
That does require heavy weapons to fire.
In which case, probably makes more sense for me to have 2 AK-47. Just an assault
I
rifle.
mean,
Yeah.
switching to your second AK is faster than reloading.
No, we'll keep one. That's fine.
Okay.
I've got an RPG 7 and heavy weapons type stuff, so I think yes, that's easy to bundle in anyway.
Yeah.
They're very useful sort of
So
keep back weapons.
potentially people have got personal weapons. The only big things is there's actually 2 light machine guns, because Agent Vanguard will bring a light machine gun as well. One RPG, an RPG 7 grenade rocket launcher has been taken before. Dragonov assault rifle, and that's it. And loads of explosives. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
I'll take an
Claymores or your
AK-47.
Russian equivalent if necessary. You know.
Yep.
The usual.
Which say,
I'll
Chris?
take an AK, but I doubt I'll use it.
I have a history with claymores, so it's fine.
Okay. Right. You have a similar insertion method as before. Take it out to the desert somewhere and then drive your way in. And this time posing as Chechens. Oh, sorry, is Agent Hawk disguised to look like a man again?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Can't be asked to explain my thingy, but I'm going to take just a bag with a backup kit in case I want to rip off the
Yep.
the disguise.
Yep, certainly. Okay.
Exchange department.
And this time with Agent Huron doing the spiel, you work your way into Mosul, probably so the afternoon of the 17th. You're probably dropped the night of the 16th that night, and then work your way in the afternoon during the daytime of the 17th. and you find your self making your way to the OP and that you went to before. And as before, lots of the buildings around here are all deserted, or almost deserted. There are still bloodstains on the floor from where that guy died, but his body is gone. And you park up and set up your observation point again to start with, and can see quite scanning the cultist positions. It's all still set up as before. So
Business as usual.
yeah, 3 with a vehicle here, 2 here, 3-man manning machine gun here, 3-man manning machine gun here. The shaft, which has no one above ground, but I think you gather there's a guard just below ground. And then also there's a ford at the river here that's got 2 guards on it. But I mean, you've had drone footage of this the last few days. After everything that happened with the deaths of Khar and Bink, there's been no change in their setup or anything like that. It's all that from a military perspective.
Tradecraft.
So
Very poor.
you've all observed poor tradecraft regarding that phone. There's also poor military tactics in that they've not. I mean, they have literally reoccupied that machine gun post where you took out various people. They have just reoccupied the same position, put more troops in it, probably manning the same machine gun. Yeah, I mean, there's no. It's really quite poor military tactics, and for those of you who experience the military tactics, that also is very unlike. I mean, ISIL are not highly trained troops, but they're highly motivated and they know basics like that, and that's quite surprising for them as well. So there does appear to be some quite fundamental military errors going on here as well.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Enemies when they're
suggest,
making mistakes.
I suggest that when it all kicks off, that MG nest is the first thing hit with an RPG.
Yep. It's within range, isn't it, as well?
Okay, and then what time do you want the Peshmerga attacks to start?
When do we want the ritual to start?
Probably about midnight, traditional.
So let have them
Well,
hit like
I'll
maybe,
work out an optimal time based on the midpoint of the midpoint of the night of the period of darkness, coupled with the astrological significance. The most appropriate time to carry out a ritual of this nature. I'll calculate that and then declare that time. It's going to be in the middle of the darkest part of the night.
Darkest part of the night, let's say 2 a.m. then.
okay. So probably
Do we not
have them hit
want the-
about at least an hour before. Figure 1 a.m.
I say 2, but yeah, up to you.
No.
Well,
For
we
1
want them
a.m.
to,
for the diversions, he's saying.
yeah, for the
Yes.
diversion. Yeah,
Yes, I say an hour before that for the diversion.
because we need time for them to draw the ISIL forces away before we start kicking our thing off. So an hour should probably be enough time for them to start vectoring the resources and have them committed to the point where they can't just return them back easily.
Okay, B, did you have a question as well?
I was going to say, I thought the Peshmerga distraction was happening during the time that they go out and search for.
No. We've nixed that part. They're not attacking the
Ah,
snatch
gotcha.
teams. They're
Gotcha.
just distracting ISIL.
Okay. Ignore
Okay.
me.
So, at about 1 a.m., you start to hear off in the distance the crackle of some small arms fire, and it starts with occasional shots, and then starts to build up, and then there's definitely the sound of at least one machine gun going full hammer, and it starts to build up. Clearly, a lot of combat is going on, a lot of engagement is going on, and you don't really see any signs of movement around you or anything like that. But what you hear, speeding along roads probably to the north, and occasionally some speed past you on the road literally in front of you, lots of vehicles with men on them, speeding off in essentially a northwesterly direction, towards where the Peshmerga troops are. Okay. B, have we lost Tom, or is he?
He said that he's just doing something with his computer. Sorry that for the delay.
But
So I think he's still
he's coming
working
back.
through it. I think the intention is to come back. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And you and by about 1:30, there's starting to be occasional explosions. It's very clear there's a fairly major firefight going on. Not a full level assault, but just lots of clashes of armed men, and someone clearly is firing an RPG into the middle of it as well. So there's you see that the various guards, you can see the sentries, they do it. It definitely is a distraction to them as well. They're turning and staring north. I mean, it's all off in the distance. None of it's close to them. But clearly something's going on, and it's more interesting. Okay. And then what do you want to do next? Wait until
I'd like to start setting claymores and explosives.
that was it, right?
Yep.
What is your is this Huron and Sandman setting these?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are your demolition skills?
Mine is 40.
40 as well.
Okay. Can you please give me demolition skill checks at +20, please?
Absolutely. Oof.
At least
Well, at least
wasn't
it's not a crit
fumble.
failure. Yeah, if it was a fumble, I might have blown myself up.
Love this
Literally.
game. Just prepare yourselves. Here we go.
Damn.
Right.
Wow.
That's how it's going to go.
Right.
Pointed which way? He said definitely towards all of the. Pointed towards the road. No, back
Yes.
into the house.
No. It says front towards enemy.
Is that me or them?
Says this way up.
For somebody who's supposed to be this clever and damn with like special forces, makes a lot of
Yeah,
mistakes.
okay.
Maybe that's why I've been sent here.
Yes, yes.
It's punishment.
Right. And then it comes to, so you've set up all your various demolitions sort of in the buildings around, with claymores covering alleyways and roads and stuff like this, and you set everything up as possible. Now, how are you setting up to defend the OP? Are all 7 of you, U6 plus Vanguard, setting up in that one location, or do you want to spread out from that, or are you sticking safety in numbers? What do you wish to do?
I don't know sort of the tactics of this sort of situation, but wouldn't being a little bit more spread out. The surrounding houses are all abandoned, aren't they? From this side of the road.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Is that right?
Yeah, so I'm thinking we keep Farmer and Puck in the OP with Hawk as security for them. And then Sandman, Steward.
No, Stuart's
Jones.
Stuart's not come. So you've got
okay.
You've got
or Vanguard, yeah, Vanguard. Sorry,
Vanguard,
my bad. Yeah. Vanguard, Sandman, and I and Jones set up 2 apiece in each of the adjacent buildings. Probably Vanguard and Sandman and me and Jones, or one of the two. Basically have one light machine gun in each of the buildings.
Okay.
Set up a crossfire.
Okay. Happy with that, guys?
Sounds good.
I think so. Meanwhile, I'm setting up the ritual space, pick the best room for it,
Okay.
and start drawing patterns on the ground. Make sure everything I need is handy. You know,
Emergency
definitely
chicken
set
at the
ready.
ready.
Emergency
definitely
chicken at
put
the
an elder-
ready.
I'm going to definitely put an elder sign down as well to give us some protection.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
See, this is why I wanted to be in the same building as Jones.
Oh,
I
cheerio,
mean, I've got my
oh, cheerio.
personal one that I'm carrying around with me at the moment, but I feel like this should be a multi-layered defense.
Did you have you permanently cast one?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one on I remember there's something about putting one on a token or a
Yes.
something, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Because I lost a power
on
point, I
the-
think, for it.
Yeah, you lost 2 power for it. Yeah.
On the AR 500 steel plate in your plate carrier that you're wearing.
Possibly.
That would be really good. There's just
Except for
There's
the weight of wearing it
synergy.
all the time
Yeah.
on a hot day.
Yeah. So you've got so you've got your permanent elder sign. Yeah. Okay. Right.
But I want to put one down on the room if that would make any difference, and if not,
An additional one or just the
if only if I think it would make a difference in
Right.
character.
you know that your permanent one is much stronger than that one you cast in the air.
Fine, it's good.
Yeah, that's the reason
Yeah.
you set it up. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Agent Puck, you start to cast the ritual.
Okay. Oh, well, when I start to cast a ritual, I'll give everyone else a countdown over the radio.
Okay.
Assuming we're using secure headset radios of some sort. Then I'll
Yes,
take
you
my
have.
radio off. Then I'll take my radio off. Who's helping me?
You've got Farmer and Hawk with you.
Okay.
I'll help.
Good luck, folks.
Good luck to you. You
Now.
need it.
Okay. So you start to cast the ritual, and initially there is no change whatsoever from the guards. They don't appear to be aware that anything strange is going on. And I'm going to have to NPC this because
Mhm.
Tom's not here. Farmer starts reporting across the radio net, and so that Puck can hear as well.
Yeah.
That he can hear Algebiri having a conversation with himself. Aha!
Speaking of which, you tell us himself.
Hi, how are we
Yeah.
doing?
We're good.
Have you got a working camera?
Well, we shall see in a second.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So, just to bring up speed. So you're in the OP. You're in the main room with the where Puck is doing the ritual with you and Hawk as well. The three of you in there, and then in one building you've got Agent Sandman and Vanguard. Vanguard's the other guard, the other security guy, and and in the other side you've got Agents Puck and Jones. Okay.
No, Huron and Jones.
Sorry, Huron and Jones.
Puck is doing the ritual. Yeah,
Apologies.
you're good.
Tom, if the camera's knackered, just leave it off and do voice only.
Yeah, I think I may have to just for tonight. So he had to go in and reset all the drivers from the manufacturer.
Oh God, no, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I'll switch that off.
Yeah, don't stress about it, mate. Okay, and Agent Puck has started casting the ritual, and as you're there's no initial sign from the various guards and so on, and then you've picked something up on the feed from Algebiri's phone, and Algebiri is having a conversation with himself again. He's saying, "Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. I will gather all the troops and conduct search." And then you hear him yelling, everyone muster downstairs, everyone muster downstairs. And you hear him leaving the room, but he's taken the phone with him.
Can we get a Hellfire on that phone?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Leave away someone.
Right.
Well, if we want, I don't know if it's possible. Can we get some sort of more contained explosion so it's not as big?
Well, Hellfires are actually pretty contained.
Are they? I have no
right.
idea.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
You
they're yeah.
You start, and he goes. You hear him walking in the building, and he's yelling, "Everyone muster now! Everyone muster now!" And then you're sorting out the Hellfire, getting the Hellfire ready to go. But then you're rather preempted. You hear Al-Jabiri suddenly say, "May Allah forgive me." And then there is a huge explosion.
Wow.
And that
Yeah.
building and quite a bit around it explodes.
I think he
Well
he
then.
wanted people to overhear him on the phone the whole time. There's no way that he suddenly lost his memory
We take
of how
those.
to keep covert. Yeah.
Sorry,
Now you're sepia tone.
Yes.
I like
that may just be the actual light in the room, though,
Ah.
more than anything else.
Okay.
So
I like to think that you're in olden days.
I'm just old.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
B. She's eased me.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Mutual. It's mutual. Anyway.
Right. So, and suddenly, so there's an explosion, and you then see
There's a big fireball then.
yes, you can see that across from your building. You can see a jet of fire, and then it's dark, but in the moonlit sky, you can see
Smoke.
just,
Fireballs,
yeah,
what's
smoke,
the name?
quite a bit of smoke in the sky.
What's that
Also on the
place?
camera feed from the drone, it's the Stuart and Juliet have got it flicking round from the various guard positions, and these guys here start to make their way towards the building to go investigate, and then abruptly they stop, and then turn around and start running up the path here, the same route Agent Khar took to the shaft. And other the people with the machine guns, they all start rushing around as well. They all abandon their machine guns, grab rifles, and start just sort of rushing around almost incoherently, starting to search the area. These three guys over here run over as well. These guards join in. Another 4 guards come from inside the shaft and start running around as well. And a search starts to take place, but it's incredibly badly it's not coordinated at all.
No, uncoordinated. Yeah.
And they're sorry, who's drawing on the map?
Me, I was trying to illustrate roughly the area that they think it's in, but this is not as easy a tool to use as I thought. I'll erase them.
They do seem to be focusing it just about on the shaft, so they start to go north of it as well, but they start searching, and some time ticks by, and you've probably you're about 20 minutes into the ritual before they start to get to a point where they're starting to come towards the road here and starting to I mean, then they're not paying specific attention to your building, but it starts to look like they're now about to come and start searching buildings.
Of course, I was just thinking the reason I'm drawing a circle is they're looking at a circle about 350 meters wide, centered on the shaft, so they're searching the whole area. Everyone does have that, yep.
I'd rather let them come to us and waste time looking for us before we have to open fire.
Mhm.
And that's said to everybody over the radios.
Yeah.
Keep
also
quiet
not-
for now.
Yeah, they're not big
Yeah.
numbers, are they? I
No.
wonder if you can take them out quietly.
Well,
Mind you, they've
Let's
got shards
not-
in them, haven't they?
Yeah, let's not. Because just in case there's some sort of psychic mind bullshittery going on. So let's try and keep it quiet for now. Let's just. How long's left on the ritual?
40 minutes, about 40 minutes.
Yeah, let's get through this as much as we can before we have to start a firefight.
I
Um,
concur.
Then as you're watching, they're running around and they start to get a little bit more organized. Still badly organized, but as I say, they're starting to approach, and they do look to be coming towards the group of buildings that you're in.
How clustered are they?
Quite clustered.
We still have that Hellfire on standby.
But let's make it a next cluster.
If you're going to do that, you need to do that sharpish. Otherwise, they're going to be danger close to you.
Yeah, I would suggest drop it now.
Yeah.
So it's actually on the edge of the ruins of Nineveh, but yes, Agent Jones.
Just
Right.
It belongs in a museum.
The
dangers of combat archaeology.
and then all of a sudden, there is an explosion as a Hellfire missile hits with some inaccuracy that caused it to hit in the the ruins of Nineveh. Clearly a targeting error, and the group of them, any that aren't killed instantly, are so badly injured as to be non-combatant. And it all goes quiet.
I don't like quiet in this situation. That bodes ill.
And
Nope,
about
we're okay.
another
You're okay.
15 minutes go by, so it's about 40 total. It's about 20 minutes of the ritual. You can see Agent Puck is he's using statues to represent the various Sumerian gods Enlil, Inanna, and Utu.
He's
He's
come out of a little suitcase that I've put on the side on a table, right, so it opened up, all sorts of weird stuff's coming out of there. So it's glowing.
and the stress of it is making him sweat and stuff like that. Right. Chris, can you to cast this ritual? I think you need to expend these now. As you're well and truly the ritual, costs you 10 willpower points.
Right.
Willpower, okay.
And roll me a d6, please.
Okay. Build on that.
3 sand points as well, please.
Too high, too low. Now I can offset some of that onto my helpers, can't I?
Yes, onto your bonds.
I'm not going to. No, my helpers, the willpower points.
Oh, sorry, the willpower points. Yes. Now, Agent Puck is concentrating on the ritual. Sandman, Vanguard, Jones, and Huron are keeping an eye out, covering around, and so on. Hawk and Farmer, are you keeping a look outside? See, Farmer points is looking at a screen. Hawk, I think, is covering, sort of keeping an eye sort of almost to the rear of your buildings to see anything approaching to the rear. Are you looking at the front at all, either of you two?
I will be glancing
Windows will-
around. If I'm in the
windows-
same room as Jones, then I'll also be keeping an eye on what's going on over there.
No, you're saying
I can't-
same room as Puck. Puck.
Sorry, apologies.
You're keeping an eye on there. Okay. Hawk,
Yeah.
Hawk, are you
Oh, sorry.
glancing at the front at all?
I mean, I'd be keeping watch. So if I'm at the front, then yes, absolutely, I'm on high alert.
Okay. Right. Something strange happens.
Uh-oh.
Is there a big cloud of darkness? Just coming
No,
down?
no, because you've been reliably informed by Puck that the Father of War cannot approach.
That's what I think anyway. I'm
However-
almost certain of that.
Something starts to squirm its way out of the shaft. Something slimy, slithering, worm-like
Yeah.
body. Bloated and ever shifting. Claws, tentacles, snouts, and great bat-like wings.
Okay.
I'm like, farmer.
Right.
Keep concentrating.
I think everyone but Puck will see this. Therefore, can I have sand checks from all of you, please? The other 6 of you.
Yeah, here we go.
Wild.
Okay.
All right.
Should we have a
Hey.
modifier?
Yeah.
Do I need to make a sound check as
Aw.
well?
No,
Oh, you're not
you've
looking.
not seen it. You're concentrating on the ritual. It's the one benefit.
Yeah.
Standard.
Right.
By
Hawk,
2 points.
Huron, Jones. Sorry. Hawk, Huron, you both passed. You each lose 1 point of sand.
Yep.
Ooh.
Jones, Sandman, and Farmer each roll me 1d10, please.
Oof.
Gosh.
Fucking hell.
There we are.
Oh,
And so it begins.
So Farmer loses 8 points of sand. Jones 1,
Jesus
Sandman
Christ.
4.
I'm a one.
I
So far.
laugh in the
Yay.
face of the mythos.
I think there.
Right.
Oh,
Sorry, I
no.
just need to.
RPG7.
Yeah.
Science. Range. Elevation.
How's Vanguard taking this?
Yeah, how is Vanguard taking
Yeah,
this?
we need to probably do a check as well.
Yes, I've just been. That's what literally I'm just rolling.
Ah,
Yeah,
fantastic,
Yeah, he's
fantastic.
got a SAN of 20 or something. You know,
Yeah,
we
you
never
can't-
realised. He's got the heaviest machine gun going.
Well, no, he's got an LMG. You know,
That's enough to take us out.
Look. That's why we had you in separate buildings.
Right.
That's the real reason we split everyone up. If one person goes insane, they can't wipe the rest of the party in a
Yeah,
berserk rage.
Oh, that
So
was
we could-
planned.
So we can take more damage.
Why have you
Right.
put me in with these two?
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
No.
What's the worst that can
Right.
happen?
And this creature,
Yes.
it rises up, beating its bat-like wings up
I
into
really
the
wish you could have
sky,
fit that Abrams in the technical.
and
Push it down.
it seems to sort of glance around.
Oh dear.
And
How big is it? If we could see it, like, is this like
We need a
Game of
bigger
Thrones
technical.
dragon? Yeah.
I would say about 30 feet long.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
Does it look
pretty
friendly?
big.
Do you think it's friendly? Don't know, Sandman. You go find out. We'll keep an eye.
Be my friend.
Got some Scooby snacks.
and it suddenly turns and it seems to look in the direction of the building that Huron and Jones are in, set up and covering. And then with a great beat of its wings, suddenly it's not there anymore. It's right outside the window.
Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it!
Yeah.
Fire.
Wild, uncontrolled bursts.
I'm actually going to shout, Hudson was right, folks. We're all going to die.
I
Right.
think we should use some harsh language.
Game over.
Yeah.
Use some
Right.
harsh language.
Don't worry, chaps. Only half an hour to go.
Oh, that's okay then.
You're
Yeah.
actually down to 20 minutes, Chris.
Okay, 20 minutes, that's fine. We got
Right.
this.
We can hold out for 20 minutes.
Right. It is right in the where it has ended up is in the full field of fire of some of your claymores.
Which failed to go off because we failed our demolitions
Well,
check.
do you wish you don't know? Do you wish to try and engage them?
Folks,
Do it.
Yeah.
can I just say the demos should have been me to do it because that was my speciality.
Oh,
What's your
Yeah,
demo
'cause,
skill?
My demo skill was ridiculous because I think
also
Farmer
weren't
might
here,
save
so-
us.
Sing us.
no, it's less than I thought. It's only 50.
Oh, save us, Obi-Wan.
What were the other people?
No. 50 with the 20 bonus I gave them would get you to 70, which is enough for no rolls. So
Yeah.
What you
Engage
could
the
do
claymores.
is say like, why did you put them there?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Farmer's just going like, you do it.
Tom, while you were fixing your camera, there were two very high but not quite critical failures. Right.
So,
Please, can
yeah,
you? Right.
explosives, setting up demo charges to clear areas. Hi, combat engineer here.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, that is your bailiwick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Please, can I have? Hang on a sec.
Some near-death rolls.
No.
Farmer retroactively saving us.
Yeah. People seem to forgot I was a CB before I was ONI.
I have to confess I had.
Did
That's my
forget that.
fault.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy
Yeah.
to retcon that.
Yeah, I think I'm the other one with flamethrower training as well.
And now you mention this.
I'd mentioned it a while ago about like brush clearance and stuff like that, to make sure that they had no cover or
Fleshy
anything.
demon
We thought you
outside.
were
Where's your
joking.
flamethrower? We thought you were joking. He says crazy shit all the time.
Even Nick is really good at playing musical statues.
Well, he's frozen.
No, he's
Now he's
frozen.
crashed.
Oh, we haven't
Oh,
won.
we're not having a look with cameras tonight, are we?
No.
Somebody play some music. See if we'll move.
Right. I shall make the dice roll for him then.
Girl from Nicolina.
Right. Huron activates the claymores. Jones, in front of you and your position.
I'm
Activate.
just spraying this.
Yeah,
big move.
yeah. He activates.
fire.
He activates them, and the claymores weren't really designed for something floating outside the window, but they're enough to catch it a little. But you see this terrified sight out the window of a claymore mine exploding, all the ball bearings flying out, impacting in this, and then it doesn't do any damage.
Doesn't care.
What is this bullshit?
Right. It you then can fire, please. So, please roll me your firearm skill.
Can we all have a crack at this?
It's so close. You haven't got an angle because you're in a
Different building.
different building.
Yeah, okay.
I'm back.
Okay.
I return.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did you hear any of that?
I cut out just after you rolled for me to set off the.
So the claymores did some damage, but sorry, they exploded, but the barbarians seemed to be sort of impacting into the bubbling matter that is this creature, and didn't seem to do any damage. Right. You successfully shoot it, and you're spraying. So please roll me the lethality, which is
10%.
10%. So roll me 10%.
How do I roll 10%?
Just roll percentage dice.
What percentage?
Right. So that's not 10 or less. So it's not a lethal attack.
Okay.
This may, but what it does though. So you then add the 2 digits together. So you do 8 points of damage. Okay.
Okay. The damage is 1d12.
If you're firing single shots, it's 1d12.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
If you're firing bursts, it has the lethality rule. Okay.
Ah.
You spray it, and bullets impact on it, and also seem to be absorbed by the bubbling matter that it is. Okay.
Extraterrene matter. Oh dear.
It then reaches out some claws to the window that Jones just fired through, and rips the window apart and the wall apart, just tears the blocks, the bricks of the building apart, to create a gap to you. You two can have
Hit it with an RPG! Hit it with an RPG!
You're in the room.
Right. Well, that's being yelled
Did we
across the radio.
Did we bring one?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay.
I
got
believe that Sandman has it. Right. So, Jones and Huron, you have an action. What do you wish to do?
I am going to spray it with my RPK.
Okay. What are you going to do, please, Agent Jones?
Seem to be bothered by the elder sign that I'm wearing at the moment, does it?
You haven't. It hasn't got necessarily close enough. You could brandish that.
I will brandish it, as normal bullets don't seem to be doing diddly squat.
Okay.
I should have cast elder signs on bullets, shouldn't I, and loaded them up.
Damn.
Holy
Thank
bullets!
Banishment rounds.
Right. Does anyone else want to do anything? You
Yeah,
can
what
hear
do
this
you
going
go
on.
to?
You can hear the sound of
Actually,
machine gun
I
fire.
can't really break from the ritual, can I?
No, you can't, unfortunately. Sorry, Chris.
Okay.
Sandman, what do you wish to do?
Can I sit one butt cheek on the windowsill, brace one foot against the other, across the sill, and one leg inside, because there's a bit of recoil on RPG-7.
Yep.
Lean out to get an angle on it and fire it into its arse.
Yep.
you.
Vanguard holds on to you so you don't fall out the window. Right. So let's go through these in arguably the most dramatic order. Let's start with Huron firing your machine gun. Give me with that, heavy weapons or firearms, whichever, because it's a light machine gun. Heavy weapons or firearms, whichever's higher, you can choose.
I'll do firearms.
Okay.
Ooh.
Success. I rolled a 3%. Or a 3.
Sweet.
Right. Now, please roll me. What the hell was that mean?
Good start.
Okay. That's not relevant. Please give me a lethality check, please.
21.
Bullets skittering off it, not seeming to do any serious damage.
Shame that.
Yes. Then let's start. Let's have the RPG-7, please, from
Heavy
Sandman.
weapons.
Heavy weapons, please.
Right. Hang on. Is it point blank?
No, but it's
Big target.
no, it's standard attack skill.
Right. Good luck. 50%.
Yeah.
Whoosh. That'll do.
I should distract it.
Right.
That might
Sorry,
avoid
I've just realised I made a slight error on something.
big error.
Agent Jones, when you fired it, you did do just a slight little bit of damage.
Ah.
Because your rounds have an armor-piercing capability.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, which I had forgotten. That's a success. Right. Please roll me a percentage lethality check.
The lethality for this is, do we?
Yes,
Oh,
look
it's
at that.
6 will do, though. That's going to be a winner.
Right.
Well,
That's what I'm talking about, mother.
I'm going to spend the next year if I survive.
Sandman,
all about
the
heavy
Dragon
weapons.
Slayer.
Jeez.
It was worth coming.
You can add that to the list of cool things you'll never get to tell anyone about.
Exactly.
Right. A successful lethality roll does not destroy the creature, but inflicts hit point damage equal to the lethality rating.
Sounds exciting. As long as
You're
it's higher than mine.
Spicy.
That is an anti-tank
Thank you.
anti-tank missile, I believe.
Yep.
rocket with bad grenade, isn't it?
Yeah, RPG 7.
Yeah, it's a shaped anti-tank warhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second row on the heavy weapons table. Not that I'm in there or anything.
Not that we're
So
really eager to
that's-
kill it or
That's a
anything.
lethality of 30, so you've just done 30 points of damage.
That'll do. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, with
That's what I'm talking about.
an armor piercing of 20.
Ho-ho.
Right.
Ho-ho-ho.
It screeches in pain. It screeches in pain. Though you see
Yours.
no orifice for the noise to come out of, but you hear the screech inside your head.
Hmm. He screeches of pain
Agent
for
Jones,
joy.
you brandish the elder sign at it. Right.
Naughty boy, naughty.
Back in the box.
Bad eldritch dragon serpent thing.
Yes.
You take
Bad
Bad
boy,
Game
no
of Thrones
biscuit.
reach.
Go back to your house.
To the throne.
You watch it. It'll tuck its tentacles and
Back
scuttle away
to your
now.
hole.
Well, presumably this is not the father of war. It's kind of like a guard dog or something.
No,
The guard dog of war.
It's
the
Yeah.
guard dog.
the elder sign makes its reel away from you.
The understudy of war.
Understandable. And so for its action, it is a being of chaos, a being of violence. It disappears and appears right next to Sandman.
Oh no. Nothing good.
Evil chuckle.
Right.
Or is it actually, as in still outside or inside? It's outside.
It's outside.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah. Right.
Vanguard's going to go like,
Is there a bunch
no.
of people?
Sorry, say again?
Is there a bunch of people like descending on us?
No, we
I know
No.
we're all
want them out,
concentrating on the fucking
No,
demon.
the
but-
people got blown up by the Hellfire missile. So you've
Oh,
not.
that was it. That was the
You've not.
whole
Well, you've not
people.
seen
Okay.
any more guards. No.
Okay.
Right.
Hello?
Then
Those who are about to die, we salute you. Just check my dodge skill.
Right.
Do we have the
It
pistols?
attempts to seize hold of you.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Give it the empty RPG stuff.
It actually misses. Oh my god.
Hey!
I rolled a 96. It misses. So it attempts to grab hold of you and it rips a chunk of the window above you clean off the wall. This
you
thing is
held it
frighteningly strong. Right. So,
Tom. Turn your phone off. Oh,
Right.
Nick's gone.
Oh,
we lost Nick again. Right. Okay. Sandman, it's now next to you.
holy cow. Like right next to me.
Yep.
Thank God I passed that sand test. You know the super sharp blade which has Adahoth on its hilt. I'm going to pull that and slash across at the creature.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Give me a
Hand to hand.
yes, please.
Is it? Or is it? No, it's melee, isn't it?
Melee, yeah.
52. Wish us luck, folks.
Right.
Yes.
Roll me a D4 damage, please.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll slightly annoy it. Whittle out an eye, all right?
You slice clean through it, and this knife seems to penetrate through its blubbery matter skin and do some damage.
Like a hot knife through butter.
Right.
And then roll out the way.
Right, you then jump out of the way. Vanguard opens up with the light machine gun. He
Definitely get out of the way.
hits.
Kill still.
And he does a little bit of damage. Right. The others of you. So, Hawk and Farmer. You've heard
Hi.
the shooting, and then an explosion of something exploded fairly close to the building next door, and some claymores went off and stuff like this. And then you hear some shooting sort of to the other side of you, and I think you're aware of where it is now. Is there anything you want to do? And also Jones and Huron, is there anything you want to do?
I will open up with my machine gun once again.
Well, it's outside. It's not outside your window. It's outside.
Okay.
You could lean out and shoot at it.
Yeah, I will lean out and shoot at it with my LMG.
What the others want to do?
Yeah, same here. My gun fire did do some damage, and it seems to be wounded. The Elder Sign made it reel back, but didn't do anything spectacular. So just keep filling it with lead.
It actually did POW damage to it.
Oh.
What, the Elder Sign?
Yeah.
Oh,
Am I
screw it,
strong
AK-47.
enough to pick up Jones and his
AK-47.
Elder Sign and kind of javelin him?
Yeet him into the demon.
Right.
Compact and loaded in the end. Yeah, I know.
Farmer and Hawk. Do you want to try and engage as well?
Can we see it?
Yes, you can get angles in it. It's all quite risky because there's bullets flying all over the place. So if someone firing if Jones or Huron fumbles, then there's a risk of you guys being hit in the crossfire.
I say to Farmer, I go, don't draw attention to us. Let Buck do his thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very much
so you two just stay quietly there. Okay, right.
Yeah,
That's a fair thing to do.
yeah, you know, I'm not going to stand in the way of bullets. They have right of way.
Right.
It's focused on us right now. This is good. This is what we want.
Huron and Jones, please give me your attacks.
Absolutely.
If the Elder Sign did damage, then I'm going to use that again.
It did POW damage. It drained its power, as opposed to doing actual physical damage.
I
Your
rolled a
choice,
6.
but it's clearly reeling a bit from that RPG 7 round. Up to you, Bruce. Whichever you want to do.
Does power damage mean anything in real terms? Is that sucking the life out of it? Is it actually
It is
doing
sucking
anything
its
meaningful?
power. So it has a
Making it
power stat
weaker.
the same you do. It's draining that away.
We
By
can't use that to do anything.
well, it
Might do
depends.
that.
It might have powers that require it.
Do it.
Yeah, it's different from everybody else. And one gun's not going to make a huge amount of difference in the grand scheme
Yeah.
of things. So yeah, let's keep brandishing the elder sign.
Okay. Okay, you keep branching the elder sign. Okay. That appears to not have much impact this time because it's far enough away from you. It seems to affect things up to about 10 meters, and it's more than 10 meters away. Okay.
To know.
Huron hit. Roll me a lethality check, please.
Absolutely. 78.
So you do 15 points of damage. You've got. I've now lost it again. There's light machine gun there. Arm piercing of 3. Right. It rips more of the window apart. Sorry, Huron, your bullets impact into it. It reels a bit more, but seems intent still on trying to get to Sandman and Vanguard, and it rips more of the building apart, so it can reach fully inside. Okay, odds it attacks Vanguard, evens it attacks Sandman. Vanguard.
Bad luck, old chap.
Bruh. This poor guy.
It seizes Vanguard,
Meaning
grasps
shield
him,
1.
and then lifts him out of the building.
Any chance to have another slash? Or that's its attack, isn't it?
That's its attack, yeah.
Within that round, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It is still, however, for your next round, it's still within melee range.
Oh, come and have some.
Right. So new round. You guys can go first. So let's start with that melee attack from Sandman.
Yeah.
Come on, don't fail me now.
You miss.
Oh.
No.
Right.
A tendril whips me away.
Anyone else who wants to engage?
I will continue to engage with the LMG.
Right.
I'm 100% putting a elder sign on a bullet and loading it into the AK. Let's see what it likes if it's gone permanently embedded in its brain.
Right. Cast. So to cast the elder sign.
Excuse me for just 1 second.
It costs you 1d. Sorry, to cast it. Well, just 2 willpower points and 1 SAN. So to inscribe it on the bullet temporarily, I'll let you do that for 2 willpower points and 1 SAN.
Cool.
It only lasts. Roll me 2d6. It lasts for 8 turns before it expires, which is long enough to fire. I just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that would have been really awkward. I did this. Taste elder sign. Fires, and the elder sign blinks out halfway to the target. Oh.
Right.
Sadly.
Sorry. So you've done that this round. Huron, give me your attack, please.
Absolutely. I think my LMG jams.
Yeah, you've just jammed. Oh no, sorry. No. Roll me a luck check.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
It's holding Vanguard.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
What are you...
Alas,
All
poor
right, hold
Vanguard.
on a sec.
Can't
Luck,
do
luck.
this to us. He's a beloved
There it
NPC.
is.
You
I think
hit-
I just hit Vanguard.
Roll me a lethality check, please.
These fucking
Oh,
newbies coming in, killing our friends.
Boy. Well, I only did 5 damage to Vanguard.
Yeah, he takes 5 points of damage as you wing him. Okay. It's now the creature's action though, and it hopefully Marc's back soon. It attempts to do. Are you back, Marc?
He might not have his headphones on yet.
Right. It's the creature. Vanguard has been grasped and ripped out the building by it's holding Vanguard in the air, and Vanguard's just been hit in the crossfire by someone firing a gun at it. We don't need to blame Huron
Let's
for
not
that.
dwell on that. We'll never know.
I think it's holding Vanguard out between, between
Use him as a
people.
human shield.
It then does.
Evil creature using a human shield.
It then does two things on its turn. Firstly, it just squeezes Vanguard
Oh no.
Ew.
and crushes his rib cage to pulp and drops him on the ground.
Alas, poor Vanguard, we hardly knew ye.
You're doing quite well.
It then tries to seize
The day?
seize Sandman. I've just rolled 92. You are the luckiest bastard out.
Can't just stick inside and just lop that limb off.
It's still in melee with you. Right, so let's do that. You do your melee back.
Yeah, have that,
Get
you
him.
fiend. You watch now. Nothing.
Yeah.
Right,
Wow.
give me that. Give me the D4 damage, please.
D4 in it, yeah. You didn't need that limb, did you?
Right. Okay. Then Huron, do your attack, please. I'm assuming you're.
Yeah.
Because you didn't jam. You just that for that fumble. Your weapon is not
Yeah,
jammed. You shot your compatriot.
I will attempt to unjam my light
No,
machine gun.
it did not jam. You shot.
Oh.
The
okay.
fumble was shooting your.
Oh,
teammate.
okay. So, all right, I will roll my attack then.
I think that's harsh enough for a fumble.
To be honest, it's
Yeah! Yeah! Redeem myself!
Right, make me
How are you rolling so low on these?
make me a lethality check, please.
Absolutely.
Oh no, then again,
You know, there's problem
went
with this.
from
of course.
fumble to critical.
You won't get any ticks in the box.
Right, so 70
Yeah.
so is 11
Except from the fumble.
doubled is for the critical is 22.
Oh damn.
Now that Vanguard's not in the way, I
Right. It's reeling around, reaching out another tendril towards Sandman. But Jones, you've got your enchanted bullet. So this is not a burst this time. I think you're firing a single shot.
I don't think Jones really understands single shots. I mean, there will be an enchanted bullet in amongst the hail of gunfire that's going its way. I'm just going to empty the clip. I mean, there's no rules.
Right. Give me a skill check then, please.
There's
It
no
hits.
finesse with
Roll me your
combat.
lethality check.
They don't even need our help. Gonna be dead by the time we fucking do this thing. Damn. Oh.
The thing is, they don't know how many bullets are flying and from one direction, so we can quite easily claim that we fired something.
That fails on its lethality.
But it does damage. And with almost a popping noise, the creature seems to sort of explode. And goo is thrown all over Agent Sandman.
Has he now got Viscera from Vanguard and goo over him now?
But it pop and just disappears.
How I roll.
And silence settles.
No.
Apart from the chanting
Absolutely
next
not.
door.
I just need a bio break. I will be back in a sec.
Okay.
that was the
panic in
thing.
peace.
Just going to check hydraulic fluids.
Yeah. So yes. How are we doing, folks?
Where the fuck did it go?
Jones hasn't stopped shooting yet.
There's nothing
Just
there.
shooting into the pile of goo in the courtyard. Just
What I've learned is don't lean out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
Right, so that's about it then. All wrapped up. Fine.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah, you
Now,
know,
now
we'll,
2 more come out.
yeah.
we'll complete the ritual. Solve this
Go to
whole
the
thing, and
shaft.
then pop off to the pub for for beers.
Yeah.
Swift
Head over
off
to the
in a dry
Winchester.
country. Yeah. Swift off in a dry country.
A pint of your mild, please, barman.
There's probably a bar at the airbase.
Yeah, they're American
Gotcha.
airbase, so yeah.
Yeah.
But as a Brit playing an American, the American would be fine with it. But as a Brit, I have to agree with Monty Python saying that a lot, not all, a lot of American beer is like making love in a canoe.
Yeah, most of our
Yeah.
mass-produced stuff is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
sorry. All right. Okay. And so a silence sort of descends on the.
What's happening over by the shaft?
Nothing is happening over by the shaft.
Oh no, it's probably going to tunnel its way here.
Well, no, it can't come any closer to us. That's what you said. That's what
And
Puck and Jones said.
um,
Hang on. Did we
Honey.
break the ritual?
No,
You're
he's still
muted.
chanting over there. Keep going. Omni, omni.
right.
Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah,
Chris,
you-
you're on
No,
mute.
I wasn't on mute.
not
No, I
you.
wasn't.
Chris is
Am I-
on
Nobody's
mute.
talking to you.
Sorry, Chris. What were you
My
saying?
chance of me. Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to make a dice roll or something. This is going to
Yeah,
go very
comms
wrong.
check, comms check.
If there's something in the spell description about an activation roll, I have
Is
no idea what that is.
Oh no. Sucks your insides out your eyeballs.
If you're lucky.
Like jelly.
Oh.
Yeah, it might just flay you alive.
Do you reckon our imagination is worse than what actually is going to happen?
We're gamers.
One can
of course
hope.
it is.
Yeah.
But then again, we've also got a gamer of running it, so.
Okay.
Well, look, Jones slew a dragon with a magic bullet. Like, I think that in and of itself is a win
Yeah.
here.
My
Oh,
I think
God.
it was.
I feel
I'd
the
say-
RPG may wear on. He might have been on his last legs, to be fair.
I've got to say, Sandman fighting it with a knife was also quite.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. No. This has been a
Great.
fabulous,
thing.
finale full of drama and great rolls and bad rolls and
Vanguard died.
truly a
Vanguard-
cinematic ending to this.
Yeah.
Vanguard got shot by a friend and then died.
At least we hope.
But
he
I didn't kill him. I just winged him.
Yeah.
The dragon crushed him.
Apparently
Hey.
looking like an empty frube fucking on
Right.
the floor.
Oh no.
Okay. So
Your tentacle wither.
Like an expended Go-Gurt tube.
Don't say expended like that. That's spent.
Oh, it's rather flaccid.
Oh no.
There was way too much of the word flesh being said during this game. I'm putting in a complaint.
I mean, Cthulhian mythos.
I think I'm taking out of character span checks right now.
right. How many willpower
I
points?
do have
How many
suitably
willpower
epic
points do you have
music
left?
playing on my end.
Not to finish it off, but I have got some willing helpers, so I'll just siphon off some of their power.
I'll just trade them.
Right.
This was always known. I always said I was going to need helpers, and I always said it was not going to be great.
Nice.
Pleasant, yeah.
Right. Please, can I have sand checks from each? Sorry, no. Yeah, each of the three of you.
Is that which
Have I got to
three?
make it or fail it? Just
Uh,
so I know ahead of time.
this is to make
Puck,
it.
Farmer,
This is from
and
Puck. This is
Hawk, I
Puck, Farmer, and
believe.
Hawk.
Sand chicks, yeah.
Yep, please.
Be kind. Thank God.
Oh, please, hang on.
I think that might actually have been our chance to completely blow it, but actually we've.
Considering how much I lost last time,
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
each
I
just
would
lose.
agree.
You each just lose one sand.
that's fine. That's fine. I've got plenty to spare.
Right.
I'm 2 away from breaking point.
Oh, you probably won't have to make that many more sand rolls. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Even if you break. It's happened before.
How many willpower points do you have left, Chris?
I have 7 left,
Right.
having used 10 already. I want to leave myself with. Well, I can lose another 5 probably. After which I'm going to have to borrow some power from my colleagues.
Right. So
From your
you
lovely
need to-
assistants.
Either
Yeah.
willingly or otherwise.
If all
Yeah.
volunteers, they sign the paperwork.
Yeah, they signed a
We need
waiver.
a risk.
You need a further 12 willpower points after that 5. So that's probably 6 each from the other 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be.
Fine.
Let's go.
Sure,
Let's
why
go.
not?
Let's go.
No,
Yeah.
hold on. No, that's only 1 power point each. It's not 6 power points each. It's 1 power point. 1 power point gives 10 willpower points.
Oh, sorry, because you can't direct. Yes, sorry, I'm doing it wrong. You can't drain their willpower points. You have to drain their power points. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. So,
I mentioned permanent scarring, didn't I?
yeah. So I think each of
And
them.
it's 10 per in mechanics, and it's 10 per
Yeah.
point. So with 12, it'll be 2 points needed.
Yeah. So
I'll give
where
one.
are they?
I'll give one. That's easy.
And Hawk give one as well.
Sure. If that's the, I don't know what the calculation is.
Uh,
So yeah, I get
power.
1 power.
So each you
what
reduce
power
your.
are you at?
What me? Is
Yeah.
that the score or
Yeah.
the times 5
Oh, we
bit?
need
No,
12
the
more.
score.
It,
The
and we
score.
need 12, hold on, we need 12 more or 12 more after I spent my last 6.
12 more after you spent your last 5. You said you were spending.
5. Okay, yeah, 12 more after the last 5. Okay, so yeah, it will be 1 each.
So
Okay.
reduce your POW stat, which is the not the multiplier by 5, but the number
Gotcha.
before the multiplier by 1. So
Yeah.
and you each get some sort of scarring on you from the ritual, and also
Just
Agent Puck, roll me 1d20. Please do not roll high.
Well, I don't have much. Thanks for saying that.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't huge.
You
Okay.
come to the end of the
That's all
ritual and you complete the ritual, and it rips some strength from you, and you lose 7 hit points.
Ooh.
Ow.
Harsh.
Oh, okay.
But there is
Ow. Shit. Yeah, that could have been. Yes.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
there's some sort of shaking in the ground, and then the one thing you notice is that those bodies that you'd hit with a hellfire, there's still a couple of men out there they're gibbering now because they've seen that creature in the sky as well, and they're critically wounded and so on, and they've been writhing in pain, and then suddenly, as you complete the ritual, they seem to stop, and they don't die, but they just seem to sort of almost relax, and after a second they start screaming just with the pain of their wounds rather than whatever was going on inside them, as the shards they had swallowed were trying to make them move and attack you.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Hard to move and attack when your legs are blown off by a hellfire.
And I'm slightly conscious of time because we've got 8 minutes left. So I'm just going to wrap up. So, with
Okay, so I look up and I think that worked. I think that worked. Let's get out of here.
Are you okay?
Oh, hold on, no. And then I collapse. Then I collapse on the ground because I'm.
You're
down
bleeding
to-
from everywhere.
I'm
you've
not
got
real
blood
bad,
dripping
thank
from
you.
your nose and your ears
Eyes,
and your eyes.
mouth.
Yeah, eyes. Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
mouth.
I
not
just said I think that worked into my radio, and then I fall over. I think.
Clunk.
I got first aid. I'll run over.
mouth. Vanguard is stone dead, unfortunately. But you're able to recover his body, and
It's gonna be a closed casket funeral for him, unfortunately.
Wow.
thanks for that. And you're able to exfil from Mosul back to your back. Then she picked up by helicopter, taking Vanguard's body with you back to Kirkuk Air Base. All of the artifacts that you've recovered and so on, those are all packed up into shipping crates and shipped back to some faceless warehouse full of crates. I mean, Indiana Jones style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Back
the
in the
dude
States.
pushing the cart.
What do you do with your prisoner?
Oh.
Anyone?
Well, I will ask our commanding officer what he wants us to do with the prisoner. What does the colonel want us to do?
Isn't he just a prisoner of
He was.
War, isn't it?
an ISIL prisoner now? Doesn't he just get transferred? Now he's no longer part of that. Doesn't he just get transferred into the system?
Yeah, surely it'd
he's
just be a
gone.
POW.
However, he has seen some things and therefore is a potential risk.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the question is
So-
whether he'll be believed.
Yeah.
Essentially,
maybe.
if you wish to put him into as a POW, then I need someone to make me a persuade check versus Colonel Gwyn. Otherwise, you're instructed to put a bullet in the back of his head.
Why don't we put him in an asylum? Because nobody will believe him.
I mean, I'm fine with putting a bullet in the back of his head, but I've established that my character is fine with that.
Would
Oh,
someone
here we
actually?
go.
Would someone actually like to? I don't think, based on that, I don't think it's. I don't think it's Huron. I need if you want to try to persuade Gwyn, I need a persuade check.
We could just leave his fate to the imagination.
I'll
of the
try and
audience.
persuade
To the gods.
on behalf. I'll try and persuade.
Okay,
I fail.
Huron puts a bullet in the back of his head. Okay, and you are then picked up and returned to your original jobs. And
A bit of fond farewell to my friends here. I don't know if we'll ever communicate again, but just feel free to drop in if
Wherever in Oxford, is it?
Yeah, it's in London. I wouldn't have probably. I don't know if you would reveal that sort of thing, but if you're in London, I'm sure you can find a back channel to communicate with me if you need to. Yes. You're a woman that they introduced in the first place. She'll know where to find me.
Will do.
And so I'll head back with at least 2 of my 3 objectives complete. So I'm quite pleased about that.
and
Quite badly injured, so I'm probably in hospital anyway.
Yep.
I'm going to take a short Mediterranean trip hiking around because I think I need to get a bit of my shit back together. Having lost fair amounts of sort of grey cells and the general sanity, I think I need to see a bit more of like the nice bits of reality, like the insides of nightclubs and a bit of paragliding and really good stuff. Try not to kill people.
And I think we'll wrap it up there. Yeah, and you go back to your ordinary lives. The Father of War has been defeated, hopefully.
That bomb stays in the
For the time being.
stays in the AMP4, and the AMP4 presumably gets flown to a faceless warehouse in.
Yeah, that's gone to a warehouse. Yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay. And I think it's
They
best
all
if
do
we
not open.
leave it there. So thanks to anyone watching. That concludes this game campaign. I hope everyone's enjoyed
What a
it.
conclusion it was.
I've enjoyed running it, and thank you for
Well done.
watching. Bye for now. Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you. Bye.
Ah.
Bye. Bye.